like a referee with a whistle. So like and share this episode. So today is a wonderful day. Today is a holiday where I am, where I reside in the United States of America. Yes, sir. So if you're watching the playback, like and share this video. And I appreciate you for taking the time to watch me for a few minutes. Because time is precious and it's of the essence. You know? So you got to make the best use of your time. And P.S. by the way, next month, this book is going to be everywhere, worldwide, July 3rd. It's already a bestseller. Already a bestseller. The Cockroach Marketer. Some of my best work so far. It's already a bestseller. And we got like, what? July the 3rd. So that's what? 3 weeks. July the 3rd, which is a Friday. This book is going to be on the shelves, online, offline, Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, Books A Million. This book is going to be everywhere. I'm proud of this book. You know, I put if you followed me recently, I was sitting on that book for 10 years, and I just finally released it. Coming out next month, July the 3rd. You know. So hey, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. If you about social media like I am, that's the book. This is the only book you ever need. This is the only book you ever need. If you're into social media, creating content, if you have a YouTube channel, if you have an Instagram channel, if you want to know how to create a following online, if you have a LinkedIn channel, I don't care whatever you have online, this is going to show you how to do it. This is going to tell you how to do it. This is what I use every day. Every day. You know, hello. Tell me where you're from. Hit that like button. Tell me where you're from and hit that like button. I use this every day. Every day. Tell me where you're from. First he said mellow, and then he said hello. Hello. Yeah, and this is evergreen. What I wrote in this book is never going to change. It's never going to change. With the algorithm, it's never going to change. Human nature is going to be human nature. It's never going to change. It's never going to change. 50 years from now, this book is still going to work. The tactics, the principles, is still going to work 50 years from now in this book. You know, so it's not based on technology. It's not based on the algorithm. It's not based on Google, Yahoo, Bing, AOL. You know, not based on any of that. Well, my computer is making some weird noises over here. Hold on. My computer is making some weird noises over here. You know, can you imagine having 3 computers and none of them work? Think about that. I got 3 computers. None of them work worth a damn. And I rebuilt one last year. I put in a new monitor, a new everything. It still don't work worth a damn. And then I bought a new computer 2 years ago. That's not reliable. And then I have a laptop that hasn't been worth a damn forever. So I got 3 computers and none of them are reliable. What am I supposed to do about that? Am I supposed to buy another computer or what? Do I need to go buy a Mac for the first time in my life? I've been a Windows guy forever. Do I have to go buy a Mac? Oh, man, Oh, man, I don't know, man. Windows got to do better than that, man. I'm not getting the updates like I'm supposed to my computers. What's going on here? Really, can you give a computer, please, sir? I'm kind of You're homeless. Oh man, sorry to hear that. I don't have a good computer to give you. If I was to give you one of my computers, it would be trash. So, that would defeat the purpose. What's the Mac for? To do videos, mainly. I needed to mainly do. That's what I do. Mainly videos and develop software. That's what I do mainly. I feel blessed. My Windows updated now. It wants a pen, and I don't have a pen. Oh damn! You need that pen. You need that pen. Sometimes you need the pen when you update, and when you log on Google. Sometimes I need my pen. So you need that pen for sure. Give me any cheap computer. I don't have any good working computers, just like I said. Hello from Somalia. Okay. Yep, I have useless. Yeah, okay. Yeah. People all over the world. Okay. So tell me where you're from. When you come in, tell me where you're from. So people all over the world. It's a holiday over here. Today's a holiday. I think most people off. I think most, at least the people I know, off anyway. But I'm not. I don't look. I'm doing my same routine today. You speak Russian? Okay. I don't think I'd have to hack my own stuff. You might have to. You might have to. Yeah. Let me cry. Oh, okay. Where are you? That is a holiday. I'm in America. Come on. There you go. Yeah, I'm in America. Yeah. I'm in the USA. Yeah, man. So, I was telling somebody yesterday that the opportunities today are endless. I was telling her that what I'm able to do today with the help of AI, shit, I can't even believe it. I can create a website today. Put it like this. I created a website this week in 2 days. I would have never been able to do that 5 years ago. Yeah. The website that I created this week, 5 years ago, that would have taken me 6 months. 3 to 6 months to create. With all the bugs and getting all the bugs and all and running tests and all that stuff. I did that in a week. 2 days. So the opportunities are, anything is possible today. I'm not going to say ain't no excuses today. But whatever website you want today is possible. if you can, either you gonna do it or you gonna get somebody else to do it. There's no such thing today as I can't develop no software. I can't develop the website I want. No, not today. You don't have to have $100,000, $200,000, $500,000, $1 million. You don't got to do that no more. You don't got to do that no more. You don't got to raise money for some app like you used to. No. You can raise money if you want to. Maybe you need some money, I don't know. But you don't need to put $1 million in an application. Now, if you want to put $1 million in marketing and promotions, okay, cool, I get it. You want to blow up, I get it. You want to have a big launch across the country, I get it. But just to develop an application, a website, you don't need $1 million for that. Not today. You might need 100,000, 200,000 for marketing and promotions. Yeah, that makes sense. First you built America by picking cotton, and now you're paying for what you built. No, not necessarily. You know, I'm not paying for anything. I'm taking what's rightly mine based on my family. You know, if you know your history, I mean, maybe you don't care about history, but who cares? You know, I know my family history, so why'd you feel the need to come over here to say that, dummy? Shit. I'm in Toronto. It's a holiday for us, unfortunately. Yeah, most yeah, Toronto. Yeah, I've never been to Toronto. Yeah, so I don't really have much to say, really. I met people that were from Toronto or live in Toronto within the past 5 years, but I haven't talked to them in a long time. Actually, there were a couple. They broke up, so that's one reason why I haven't talked to them in a long time. But hopefully, I'm gonna reach out. When they broke up, it's kind of, I don't know, you know. But I'm gonna reach out to each of them. You know, I don't know. But yeah. The opportunities are endless today. You can the best thing I like about technology today is it doesn't the agent, the AI agent can be the employee today. What would cost, what would take 4 to 5 people to hire today to do the work? The AI can do the work. The agent can do the work. That's the best thing that I like today. And I can compete against the big websites online today. That's the second thing that I like. I don't have to have millions of dollars for my website to show up like 5, 10, 20 years ago. You know, especially if you're in a competitive niche, like travel, for example. I mean, how you gonna, like 5, 10, say 5 years ago, you couldn't compete with the big airlines, Delta, American Airlines, unless you had millions of dollars. Today, no, you don't. No. You can show up in Google on the first page just like they do. And they're spending millions a month. But you, no. So the opportunities and possibilities are endless today. You know, like never before. You know. So hey, like I said, my best-selling book already is coming out next month, July the 3rd, a day before the 4th of July. It's already a bestseller. Already. You already know how this gonna go. I told you last week that this was gonna be a bestseller, and it happened already. You know, it happened already. You already know what. I told you what was gonna happen last week, and it happened. So we got what? 3 more weeks. This is gonna be out online and in your bookstores, Barnes and Noble, Books A Million, on Amazon.com, on all the online outlets. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to Books A Million probably this weekend, because sometimes they'll release books early. I've seen that. I saw that with the rapper Rick Ross. They released his book a week early. It was on the shelves at Books A Million. It's not supposed to happen like that, but his book was on the shelf a week early. So you just never know. You just never know. But hey, like, share this episode. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to get my book. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.